Welcome back. I'm here with Football League editor Pascal Lemaire to talk about Sunday's Championship London derby between Charlton and Fulham. Pascal, Charlton, they started the season quite well, but they're really on the slide at the moment.
Yeah, I think questions are starting to be asked of Guy Luzon and his management because it's now 6 games without a win for them and 5 defeats in 6, 4 defeats on the bounce as well. Things really looking quite bad for Charlton. They dropped to 17th in the table. And like you said, they started the season really well, some really impressive wins. I remember the win over Hull, that was such an impressive win for them. But yeah, the results haven't been good recently. Last time out against Cardiff, they took the lead through Ahern Grant, his first senior league goal, so that was a really nice moment for him. But they just couldn't keep Cardiff out, and the goals they conceded were poor. The winning goal Cardiff scored was from a corner, so you never want to concede goals like that. And the thing is, I look at the run of fixtures they've had, and they've only got 1 point out of 15 in the last 5. And you look at the teams they've played: Wolves, Rotherham, Huddersfield, Blackburn and Cardiff. To get only 1 point from those 5 games simply isn't good enough, and they've got to put it right soon, because I look at 3 of their next 4 at home, including Fulham here, then Preston and Brentford in the next 2 home games. They have to pick up some wins in these games, otherwise they're going to go right down to the bottom. And you wonder how long Luzon might have, because the new Charlton owners, they haven't been afraid to sack managers in the past, and you do fear for him a bit now.
A lot depends on which Fulham turns up, because they've had a very mixed week going into this one.
Yeah, mixed week and a bit of a yo-yo season, to be honest, with Fulham. They haven't been able to quite find their performances. On Friday night, they beat QPR 4-0 at home, some brilliant goals. They scored 3 in the first half an hour, fantastic performance. And then they have their game in hand against Wolves in midweek on Tuesday. They had Friday, Tuesday, so they had a decent gap in between, and then they lose 3-0 at home, so 4-0 win, 3-0 loss in 2 home games. You can't really explain it. I mean, against Wolves, they weren't helped in any stretch of the imagination by Tom Cairney's red card in the first half. I don't know what he was thinking. He dived into that challenge 2 feet off the ground, really, really nasty on Lafondra. No need to do it, and he was rightly sent off. And from then on, Wolves always going to sort of dominate the game, and eventually they got 3 goals in the second half. And I don't think Fulham would have expected to necessarily win the game after the red card, but they might have been able to hang on for a 0-0 draw, but they couldn't do it, losing out 3-0 and dropped to 14th now. But the way the table's looking, apart from, say, the top 2 who have pulled away a little bit, that sort of 3rd to sort of 15th is quite a close part of the table. And if they have a good run, Fulham, they're only 4 points behind 3rd, so they could propel themselves up with a good run, but they certainly need to change things soon.
What is your score prediction for this match?
Charlton have been so out of sorts recently. I think even though Fulham, they won't be without Tom Cairney, he's one of their best players. He's obviously now suspended for this, but I think Charlton, just the way they're going at the moment, it's hard to see where they're going to get a win. I think Fulham will prove too strong here, 3-1.
Sportsman going for a 3-1 win for Fulham.